There are plenty of fish in the sea. This is one I've heard quite a lot in my own personal experience as well. So I personally found it very confusing to hear that. So I'll share first why I see some truth in it before I get into why I think it's unhealthy if you want a healthy relationship. Yes, I believe that there isn't just one person for us. I respect the opinion that there are soulmates. I'm not against the idea of having a soulmate, but I do personally believe it's really stressful to think that there's only one person out there for us. So we kind of have to find the one person. And if you are going through a breakup, I do believe that this type of advice can be helpful to move on if you're looking to move on from a breakup versus believing that you missed out on something, that you've missed your chance to be in a relationship and you'll never find someone else again or the same type of love. So that type of thinking that yes, there are plenty of fish in the sea can be helpful to reduce that stress of finding the one and finding just one person and then only focusing on that. And if you're going through a heartbreak, can help you overcome that by going, let me get out there again when I'm ready. Let me process this heartbreak. That doesn't mean I will never ever find love again, and can be supportive in that sense. Now, the reason I believe it's unhealthy to take in this type of advice, depending on the situation, of course, is that when you're in a relationship, thinking that there are plenty of fish in the sea can, first of all, a bit like I mentioned before, make us anxious about finding the right person because we're always going to be wondering if there's someone else that's better out there for us. And second, because if we're experiencing challenges, thinking that there are plenty of fish in the sea can make us escape from our current challenges in the relationship. So when things get hard, we would rather avoid the challenges or go to a next relationship hoping that it will be better. And what typically happens, and I'm saying that because I've seen clients go through that and come after multiple heartbreaks and multiple, let's say, experiences in their relationship, they keep repeating the same patterns. They keep on going from one relationship to the other, hoping that their expectations will always be met. And when they're not, when they experience hardships and challenges, their thought is, well, there will be someone else out there that's better. And there are these plenty of fish in the sea. And so they avoid the hardships altogether and they go to a next relationship without really solving what was actually going on. And so they kind of repeat the same mistakes, the same habits, the same behaviors in their next relationship, maybe at different levels, but it kind of repeats itself because we are bringing our coping mechanisms, communication styles, etc., to a relationship. And so there can be that type of avoidance if we really think about that. And while there are other people out there with whom I believe, for example, that I could be in a relationship with, and I truly believe that it's possible that there could have been someone else out there that I could have married, could have made a life with. I'm not saying I would want that, and I ever wish that that's what would be the case. But still in the back of my mind, I have this belief that there could be someone else out there with whom it could have worked out as well. So while there are these other people that could be a good fit for me, for example, the question becomes more of, do I see myself with my current partner? And what can we do to grow together, communicate effectively, reach agreements when we have differences? So the focus is really different. It's really about choosing who I want to do life with rather than going, is there someone else that's better out there for me? The focus is here in the relationship rather than what's out there that I'm missing out on. And I might have major FOMO if I think of it that way. So that's where I see that it can be really harmful to think about the plenty of fish in the sea, because as I mentioned before, it can make us anxious about finding the one person and then going, well, what if there is someone else out there for me that's better? And that can lead to doubts, anxiety. And the second is about this avoidance. When there are hardships, thinking that there are many people out there with whom it could work out, is that making me avoid certain things in my own relationship that need to be addressed if I really want to grow? So when someone goes, there are plenty of fish in the sea, you'll find someone else, etc., or you'll find better out there. There could be someone better out there. Why are you still in your relationship, etc.? How about this alternative? This type of thinking, this perspective. Yes, there can be plenty of fish in the sea, and I get to choose who I want to be with because at the end of the day, the grass is green where we water it. And so that helps you really balance that out of, yes, there could be someone else that's out there with whom it could work, if I think of it that way. And I'm first going to focus on how do I build a relationship that feels like my happy place, that feels stable, that feels like there is this deep sense of trust and connection and love. And so, again, we're focusing our attention on the relationship first before going, could there be someone else out there for me?